and welcome everyone to another edition of Cooking with Faye. Today we are going to be roasting some vegetables and roasting some pork loin in honor of Father's Day. So happy Father's Day to all the current and future fathers out there. I hope you're having a great Sunday. And if you want to learn how to cook some pork loin and vegetables, stay tuned and I'll show you how. So now that we have everything on our baking sheet here, I'm just going to go ahead and drizzle some grapeseed oil on top like we talked about earlier. And then we'll just salt and pepper it and add our spices. So you just get this little guy. We don't want to go too crazy with the oil here, so just a little bit will be sufficient. And then of course, salt and pepper to taste. If you don't like salt and pepper on your vegetables for whatever reason, totally skip this step. It's totally fine. We're just gonna sprinkle, 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 sprinkle. All right. So you can use any spices you want. I'm just going to use this today. I just got it and want to kind of try it out and see what it's like. I apologize that the package got a little funky in shipping. But just sprinkle this or any spices that you want. This is a bundle of seasonings of Indian spices. So we've got cumin, cloves, cinnamon, fennel, green cardamom, black pepper, and bay leaves. So these are all pretty much the spices that I like to cook with anyways. So I think that's going to be a lovely addition to this. All right. And then we're just going to pop this little guy in the oven at 400 and check on it in 30 minutes. Hello guys, Faye here. As you may have noticed in this video, there is quite a bit of footage that is missing, and that's completely my fault. I apologize. I thought I'd hit the record button before I started rambling on and chopping up all my vegetables, but apparently I didn't, so my bad. I'm sorry that there's a lot of footage missing, but we're just going to roll with what we've got and call it good enough. So thank you again for being understanding and flexible. I really appreciate that. And just tune in next week for a real video with all the footage. Okay, so it's been 40 minutes and all of our vegetables are nice and deliciously roasted. So I'm just going to cover this up. That way it stays warm for longer. And then now we're going to transition onto our pork loin. So I'm just going to set you down here and let's start getting some seasoning on this. So I'm going to do 2 different seasonings on this. The first, I have some organic 5-spice powder, and then the second seasoning is just my, I'm probably going to butcher the pronunciation of this, but the garam masala. So I'm just going to do like half and half on this, just for some diversity of flavor with the spices. I'm also not going to salt and pepper these. If you want to, feel free, but these spices are potent enough that I really don't need the extra flavoring on them. And if you wanted to get all like fancy and flip them over and season both sides, feel free. It's just, as you know by now, I hate touching raw meat. So I'm going to refrain and maybe flip them halfway through and season the other side. Knowing me, probably not. I'm just going to coat one side of it and call it good enough. But again, this is your cooking, so do whatever suits your fancy and tastes best for you. And again, if you don't like these seasonings, feel free to use something different. But this is what they're going to look like. So we've got the 5-spice on this side and the garam masala on this side. So I'm just going to pop these guys in the oven at 400 degrees for another 40 minutes, and then we'll check back and see what they look like. So our pork loin has been baking for about 40 minutes now, and everything's looking delicious. I just have my meat thermometer in there, just getting a good reading to let us know if it's done or not. But everything looks good to go, so let me get this all plated up for you so you can see what the finished product looks like. And here you have the finished product, guys. We have our delicious pork loin and all of our roasted veggies. Everything is super soft and delicious and perfect for all those dads out there. So if you liked what you saw today, please like this video and subscribe to my channel. And if you had any questions on how I made this or on the original ingredients, since there was some lost footage, please leave that in the comments down below and I will get to that as soon as possible. But otherwise, I hope you try this out, maybe make something delicious for your dad today, and I will see you all next time. So until then, bye guys!